Hello everyone, welcome to our new session and today's topic is adjectives. In this topic, we are going to cover what are adjectives, its types, its formation, position and comparison. But today, we will understand what are adjectives and its types. So, are you ready? Let's start. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are those words which describe people or things. So basically, adjectives describe a noun. And what do they describe? They describe their quality, quantity, texture, shape or any other specification related to that. For example, here you can see a piece of cloth. And how you can describe this piece of cloth? That it is a red cloth, a square cloth, a cotton cloth, etc. So these words which are used to describe that piece of cloth are adjectives. Now, adjective can be a single word or it can be made up of 2 or 3 words. In sentences, we have learnt that when 2 or 3 words come together, they form a phrase, right? Similarly, when 2 or 3 words come together to form an adjective, it is called adjectival phrase. For example, a well-known author or a kind-hearted person. Here you have adjectives which are made up of 2 or more than 2 words. So these are adjectival phrases. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words which describe nouns. And what do they describe? They describe the specifications of a particular noun. Okay. And the next is that adjective can be of a single word and it can be made up of 2 or more than 2 words. And those adjectives will be called adjectival phrases. There are 6 main types of adjectives and you will find these adjectives more or less same as determiners which we have done in the last topic. The 6 types of adjectives are adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, numerals, demonstrative adjectives, possessive adjectives and interrogative adjectives. Adjectives of quality are also known as descriptive adjectives. Why? Because it describes the color, size, shape, quality, material, texture, originality or nationality of the noun. For example, if we take the same cloth, we can describe its color, that it is a red cloth, its size, it is small or large cloth. Okay, and if we go to texture, it is smooth or silky cloth. Condition can be dry, it can be wet. And shape is square or rectangle or any. So these kind of adjectives are descriptive adjectives or adjectives of quality. So let's revise what kind of things these adjectives describe. Color, size, shape, texture, material, quality, nationality and condition. Adjectives of quantity are also known as quantifiers and these adjectives indicate amount and the number of persons or things. But there are some adjectives which are used only before countable nouns, some only before uncountable nouns and some for both. For example, if I say I have many friends or I have much friends, which is correct? I have many friends, right? Because friends are countable. So we always use many before countable nouns. And if I say I am feeling much better, okay? So now feeling better is uncountable and we have used much. So much is always used before uncountable nouns. Therefore, these adjectives are used taking care of nouns that whether they are countable or uncountable. numeral adjectives, as apparent from the name, it denotes number and order of a thing or a person. These are further divided into three categories: definite, indefinite and distributive. What are definite numerals? First of all, what is the meaning of definite? Definite, definitely means sure. These numerals tells us about the exact number of items, persons or things and their orders. These are further of two types: cardinals, ordinals. Cardinals are 1, 2, 3, 4 and ordinals are first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so cardinals are used to tell the number, whereas ordinals are used to tell the order. Next is indefinite. Indefinite numerals. Definite is sure, so indefinite is unsure. So means when the quantity is not exact, like several, few, some, many, any, etc. And the third is distributives. Distributives are those which denote individual noun out of the whole amount. For example, each, every, either. Okay, so in each and every, the amount or counting can be any, but either is used only for two, and either means one of two. Demonstrative adjectives. Those adjectives which are used to point a noun. These are this, that, these and those. If a thing is near to you and is singular, then you will use this, and if it is plural, then these. If the thing is far from you, you will say that, and the plural is those. For example, this bag, these bags, that flower, those flowers. So these are demonstrative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives are used to ask questions, and these adjectives are from WH family, like which, what, whose, etc. For example, which games do you play? So, which here is adjective. Which adjective? Interrogative adjective. Or whose pen is this? Now, whose is what? Whose is an interrogative adjective. And the last is possessive adjectives. Now, what are possessive adjectives? We have done this thing in possessives also. Possessive means ownership. Like this is my pen. So, my pen means I am the owner of this pen. So, this word my shows ownership. Now, which are the possessive adjectives? Let's have a look. Possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, their, are, its and one's. Now, what is one's? One is anybody. If you don't know his gender or name or anything, then you can use one for that person. It can be male, it can be a female. And the most important point is that none of the possessive adjectives will take apostrophe s except one. Yes, to form the possessive form of one, you will use apostrophe s and the form will be one's. And there will be no apostrophe s with it. It will be its. Simply its, its. Okay. Let's have some examples based on this. So the first example is I must do my work. Okay. So I and my possessive will be my. You must do your work. Similarly, if there is he must do his work. She must do her work. Okay, and if we say one, then it will be one should do one's work. Here an apostrophe s will be used. So these were the adjectives and its types. So there were 6 types of adjectives which we have just understood. And if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. In the coming session, we are going to practice this with a class assignment. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.